friends, Courtney here. I'm hopping on today to share 3 steps to helping you achieve goals in 2021. So this is something that I've actually been really blessed to study recently. I'm in a personal development course that I was working through part of that in December, and they were covering this topic, and it was fantastic. I feel like it has really allowed me to shift and refocus on how I approach goals for this coming year. So I'm very excited about that, and I want to give back to you guys and share this with you. I know many of you have goals for health this year, or maybe for your home, for different areas of your life that you want to improve. So I hope that what I share here will be helpful. I'm just seeing my battery is low. Hopefully it won't die. Anyways, the first step I'm going to share with you is that I encourage you each to release the past. So as you think about 2020, I encourage you to reflect on the things you faced in 2020, the difficult things. It was a hard year for many, many people. So I would encourage you to take a few minutes, if you haven't yet, to think about the ways you disappointed yourself in 2020, the ways that you really won, things that you were really proud of that happened in the past year. Reflect on both of those things and take the lessons from the difficult things that you can, and celebrate the wins as well. But take those lessons and then just release that year, and having thought over that, allow yourself to move on from 2020. So that's the first step. I think that's really helpful. We need to be able to evaluate things we have done that have caused discouragement in our life, and see how we can grow through that. So step 2 is to dream big. So allow yourself to think about where you would like to be in 5 years, and what you would need to do, and the person you would need to be daily in order to get to that place. So this was a challenging thing for me to do, but is very inspiring. And as you think about it, whatever your goals are, this 5-year impossible goal is what we call it, should really excite and motivate you. It should be something that just seems so out there and so far from where you currently are that you can't even imagine how you would get there. But you get excited thinking about that idea of where you could be. So I'd encourage you to do that, and then take that and actually record it, write it down, or do a little video for yourself, record yourself talking about who you would be at that 5-year point. And then you have that, you can go back to that. I did this actually for my business and for my life, the areas I want to grow in, and it was hugely encouraging. So that is step 2. I'd also encourage you, whether you take any kind of video, just simply write it down, speak it out loud, and then keep it visible in your home where you can see it, so you're reminded daily of what your goals are and where you want to be. Okay, and the third thing is to set 90-day goals. So this is how you really take a big goal, an impossible goal, and break it down into small chunks. So you want to choose a reasonable goal for 90 days. So whether that has to do with weight loss, or eating better, or managing your home in a different way, whatever that is, you choose that 90-day goal, and then you focus on only doing what you can control. So you need to focus on actions like exercising for 30 minutes a day 4 or 5 times a week. And then you need to have someone who you're actually accountable to. So you can control how many hours you exercise in the week. You can't control how much weight you lose, or that exact number on the scale. There are things we can't control, but our actions that we can control are what's important. So I'd encourage you to consider that. Get an accountability partner, someone who you can check in with once a week and say, I did my 30 minutes 4 days a week this week. You can celebrate those wins week to week. And then it's awesome, as you do that, you're able to look back and think about where you want to be in that 5-year span. And then each 90 days, you just reset that goal and continue to work towards that 5-year goal. So this has been so helpful for me. A couple final tips. I would encourage you guys to start small. make your daily goals very doable. I think that this is a big mistake I have made and others have made. We aim too high at the beginning and then we don't keep our promises to ourselves. So, you know what? If you need to start with 5 minutes of exercise 4 or 5 days a week, you do that. And then you celebrate that you actually kept your promise to yourself. So for me, I really struggled to get up in the morning. And I've started getting up in the morning since the beginning of the year, so just these last few weeks. And every time I get up, I have greater confidence in my promise to myself to do that. So I would just suggest you set really small goals and then you incrementally build those up as you keep your promise to yourself. I think that's a great way to go about this. And a couple final thoughts. Have grace for yourself. We all have days where we fail in what we are planning to do, but just get back up and keep working towards your goal. Enjoy the process. Even if in your mind, sometimes we think to ourselves, oh, I hate this. I hate getting up in the morning. I would just encourage you to shift the way you think and choose to tell yourself, I love getting up in the morning. I love having the time to myself before my kids wake up. I love how I feel after exercising, that kind of thing. I think that's very helpful that we feed ourselves positive thoughts and affirming thoughts. That's going to help motivate us towards our goals. And I love this quote. I'll just end with this. So the point of a goal is not actually to achieve the goal. It's simply to push yourself to grow in the process of chasing after that goal. So I think we can feel like we have failed if we don't meet a 90-day goal or if we set out to do something and it doesn't look exactly the way we thought it did. But if we gradually work on something like that day to day and we are keeping our promises to ourselves, we're making progress and we're growing, and that is what truly matters. So thank you for hopping on today. I hope that what I have shared has been helpful and encouraging. We want to be a community that supports one another. So if we can keep you accountable in any way towards your goals, we want to do that. Just let me know in the comments below. And I would love to hear what you enjoyed most about this, about the things that I'm learning, and would love to hear if you're learning anything in this area as well. So thanks for listening and take care.